The exercises featured in the Nova Yoga Show are not suitable for everyone. It is recommended that you consult a physician before beginning this or any other exercise program.
Well, hey there, friends. I'm Melanie, and welcome. We're here at Nova Yoga Studio in beautiful St. Johns, Newfoundland, and today a real treat, a soothing flow. So it's going to be a slow-moving practice to really nourish the self. And joining us today, we have Victoria and Jeremy. So if you're newer to yoga and are looking for some modifications, you can check out what Victoria is doing. And if you want to maybe take things a little deeper in your practice, you can check out some of the variations that Jeremy will be practicing. So we're actually going to start on our backs today. So you're going to sit facing the short edge of your mat and taking your hands to the back of your thighs and rolling all the way down onto your back, very slowly with control. And once you're there, you're going to stretch your arms out to the side and then bending at the elbows so that you come into a goddess or a cactus shape with the arms. The knees are bent, the feet are on the floor. We'll take a breath in, and with your exhale, let your knees roll to the left. And if you wish, you can gaze to the right so you get a nice easy twist throughout your spine and your neck. Inhale the knees, flow to center. Exhale, release them to the right as you gaze to the left. And we're going to keep this going with breath moving from side to side, inhaling and exhaling and maybe closing your eyes. Inhaling. And with that twist, really feel the release that you're giving yourself through the spine. One more twist each side. Just follow your own breath, your rhythm, your pace. This might feel particularly good if you spent a lot of time sitting today, being still or in one place. It's a nice way to release tension that builds up along the spine. And floating the knees back to center and then hugging them into the chest. Wrapping your arms around your shins and just give yourself a little sway from side to side. And so that's soothing for the spine and the lower back. And we're going to rise to seated. So two ways to do this. You can follow Victoria. She's going to roll onto her side and press up. And Jeremy and I are going to rock forward together into seated. And then from there, we're going to shift so that we're in hands and knees. So coming into hands and knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. This is our starting place. But then from here, we're actually going to rise up and stand on the knees. And from there, with your inhale, take the arms wide out and up, and reaching for the sky. And then exhale, we're going to come down into child's pose and sitting onto the heels and sweeping your arms back by your side as your forehead releases to the ground. And we're going to take this on again, this sort of flowing camel. Inhale. You can look up if that's okay with your neck. Exhale, coming down into that calming child pose. Really surrender to the ground. Enjoy. Inhale, big stretch up. And exhaling, releasing to the earth. And we'll take one more big lift up, inhaling. And then with your exhale, just lower your hands to the mat, coming back into that starting position, hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers wide and firm up your arms. And we'll take it through cat and cow, giving the spine some love. Inhale, looking forward so that you can offer the heart, lift the tailbone. And with your exhale, press into the ground, round your spine and gaze between your legs. Moving with breath so that the inhale opens you up. And the exhale lets you stretch out through the spine. Inhale. And exhale. And then coming just to a neutral spine. Let's take the knees closer together. That's going to help with stability and balance because we're going to free the left leg. We're going to stretch it out to the side. And then you're going to rise all the way up to stand on the knee. And once you're up, just make sure that your leg extends directly out from your hips so it's not too far forward or back. And you can anchor down into the heel or the sole of your foot. And you're going to inhale, lift the right arm. And you're going to exhale, stretch the arm up and over so you get that really incredible side stretch. A little pulsation, so inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, maybe going a little deeper into that release. Inhale. And a soft sigh to take you into one more stretch. And coming up into a counter stretch, and then lowering your hand to the mat, or you can touch the fingertips down, whatever's available to you. And picking that left arm up, and then turning the palm down so the arm stretches up and over the ear. And you can look up or down, and really enjoying what that offers you to the opposite side. And then from there, rising up onto the knee, and then lowering your hands, lower your knee. And take it back into child's pose. So just a little breather, a little rest, sitting onto the heels and relaxing forwards. Nice. And from there, you're going to take a deep breath in, a nice soothing sigh out. And then coming forward again into hands and knees. And we'll take that sequence starting with cat-cow. So place your knees under the hips. And with your inhale, gazing forward, lifting the heart. And then exhale, stretching out through the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to find the openness. Exhale to really round. And then just a neutral spine as you bring your knees together to touch. And then from that place, we'll take the right leg out to the side. And then lift up to stand on your knee. And again, I'm just making sure that the position is so that the leg extends directly out from the hip, not too far forward or back. And feel anchored, so whether you're on your heel or the sole of the foot, feel that you're standing your ground here. Inhale, picking up the left arm, and then exhale, taking it up and over. And let your inhale lift you so that we move with breath. Exhale, maybe you can go a little deeper into that release. Inhale. And just a soft sigh. And then lifting up into that counter stretch, lowering the left hand down. Taking the right arm up and then spinning the palm down, stretching the arm alongside the ear, gazing up or down. Lifting from that place, and then lowering your hands and lower your knee. From here, we're going to step up into ragdoll. So step up 1 foot at a time and have the feet about hip width apart so you feel more stable. And then softening through your knees and completely letting go. Shake out through your head. Shake out through your hands, your elbows, your shoulders, maybe even shake out through your tongue. And we're gonna roll up together, so keep that softness through the knees, chin to chest, and we stack the spine. And try to keep your head very heavy until that last moment when it's just gonna float right on top of the body. And with your inhale, lift the shoulders to the ears. And with your exhale, set them down onto the back. And let's step a little more forward and step into our mountain pose, into Tadasana. And you can choose to join the feet or take them a little wider wherever you feel most grounded and stable. So arms by your side, nice lift through your chest. With your inhale, take the arms wide out and up, moving through our sun breath, so reach to the sky. With your exhale, hinge at your hips, come forward into the fold. Touch the ground, bend your knees if you need, relax your neck and your head. With your inhale, you can slide palms to the shins, or you can keep fingers in line with toes as you look forward. Exhale, bowing a little deeper down. And then rise, take the arms wide, out to the side, up to the sky. And join your hands, bring them down through the midline. Let's take another sun breath. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, folding forward. Again, give yourself permission to bend your knees if you need. With your inhale, slide palms to the shins or fingers in line with toes. And then exhale, take the fold. Inhale, rising, arms reaching out and up. Stretch the fingers to the sky. And exhale, come down through the middle. We'll take one more round because I feel really, really good today. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, take it forward. Inhale, half lift of your spine. Exhale, fold just a little deeper. Inhale lifts you up. Reach out and up and around. And come down through the middle with the hands. Release your arms by your side and check out your feet. Let's take them all the way together to touch if they weren't together before. And so the big toe mounds are connected, edges of the feet parallel. And Victoria is going to stretch her arms out in front of her, and Jeremy and I are going to take the arms up to the sky so you can figure out where you want to be, where you want to place your arms. And we're going to bend the knees and sink the hips down so that we come into fierce pose. So just taking a moment to press the shins back so that we can see the toes. Hug in through the lower belly and really anchor your tailbone down. You feel strong and supported through your middle. And we're going to inhale here. And with your exhale, join your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and start to fold out over your legs, lifting your knuckles to the sky, coming into that amazing shoulder opening. We're gonna come back to fierce pose, so bend your knees, sink your hips like you're sitting in a chair, and free the arms, either taking them straight forward or in line with the ears. And then we're gonna come forward into the fold, touch the ground, and bow down. Lift your spine halfway, palms to shins or fingers to the mat. Then we touch the fingertips down, and we're gonna step the right leg back for warrior two. So right leg steps back and the heel anchors down. And just take a moment to make sure your back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. And if you want to follow Victoria and I, you'll bring the hands to the thigh to come up with some support, and then you'll sweep the arm up and overhead, arriving in your warrior, and just checking out your stance. So we want to make sure that the front heel lines up with the back arch of the foot. So any adjustments that you need to make, feel free to make them. Bend your front knee, stack it over the ankle, and as you look down, make sure you can always see the big toe of the front foot. So we're quite open through the hips, through the heart, stretch out through the arms, and then fire up through the belly. Turn the gaze over the front fingertips and open your front palm. With your inhale, take it back into peaceful warrior, that amazing side stretch. You can look up or down. And then come into your warrior two, holding there. Now straighten your front leg without locking the knee. We're gonna move into triangle. So you're gonna reach out past your toes. Imagine someone's pulling on your fingertips, allowing you to lengthen. Then you'll slide your hand to your shin, and you'll reach the right fingertips to the sky, becoming open, expansive. Looking up or looking down, and breathing into whatever length and openness this is offering you. And then rising up out of your triangle, and bring your hands to your hips. Parallel the edges of your feet so you're turning to face the long edge of the mat. And then we're gonna get shorter through the stance. So heel toe your feet a little closer together, turning the toes out, heels in, and then bending your knees so that your hips can sit a little deeper down, goddess pose. And we're gonna come into eagle arms. Victoria is actually gonna show you a modification. So if you're feeling tighter through your shoulders, you can follow her. She's gonna hold on to opposite shoulders. And Jeremy and I are gonna move into eagle arms, and we're gonna take the left over the right, maybe connecting through the backs of the hands or the palms. And together we take one little wave here. Inhale to lift up through the elbows, the gaze, the heart. Then exhale to hug in, elbows to the ribs, and feel that gorgeous expansion through your upper back. And then we're going to unwind and rise. So straighten your legs, Take your arms to the sky like you're a great big star. Take a deep breath in and out through your mouth. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your left toes forward. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot and smoothly step to the top of the mat, however many steps you need to get there. And from there, look at your feet and take them together. Connect the big toe mounds. And you can take your arms straight forward if you're following Victoria, or arms higher if you want to follow Jeremy and I. And then we're going to bend the knees and sit the hips down. Inhaling here in your fierce pose. And then exhale to join your hands behind you and to come forward into your fold for the bound version of Uttanasana, enjoying that lovely shoulder opening. And then bending your knees, sitting down and back again. Free the arms forward or up. Inhale to lift up. And then exhale to take it forward into your fold. Lift your spine halfway your way. And then touch your fingertips down. Big step back with the left leg. Moving into Warrior Two. So anchor the heel foot parallel with the back of the mat and the front knee bent. Remember, you can come up with some assistance, placing your hand onto your thigh, windmilling the arms open, and up we rise. And just noticing your stance, finding that alignment, front heel connecting to the back arch of the foot, open through your hips, open through your chest, but very, very strong and supported through your middle. And turn the front palm up. And with your inhale, take it back, peaceful warrior. And then coming into Warrior Two, hold it there. Straightening the front leg, never locking the knee. So if you need to keep a little micro bend in the knee, you can. Find that length, reach out past the toes. Hand connecting to the shin. Fingertips searching for the sky. Gazing up or gazing down, whatever feels best. And then coming all the way back up to standing. And bring your hands to your hips. Parallel the edges of your feet so you face the long edge of the mat. And then start to shorten up your stance. Toes out, heels in. Bend your knees and sit a little deeper. You can follow Victoria, taking the modification hands to opposite shoulders. Or you can take on eagle arms right over left. Once you have the position for your arms, with your inhale, lift up, look up. And with your exhale, start to hug in, elbows into the ribs. And then we're gonna rise and unwind, straighten your arms, or straighten your legs rather. Stretch your arms to the sky, big inhale. And then let it out. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your right toes forward. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot. And then start to smoothly step to the top of the mat. Arms by your side. With your inhale, reach out and up, lift to the sky. And with your exhale, take your arms wide and then bring your hands to the back of the legs and give yourself a real nice massage, sweeping the hands all the way down the length of your legs. Pause there for a moment with your hands wrapped around ankles or calves and very gently hugging yourself a little deeper in. Lift the spine halfway, palms to shins or fingers in line with toes. And then coming down to hands and knees. And coming down into child's pose, so sinking hips to heels, and arms can reach forward or wrap back around you, whatever brings you the most comfort and ease and joy. We'll be here for a couple of moments, a couple of breaths, and we'll see ya when we come back.
Interested in livening up your yoga practice? For more information on Melanie and Nova Yoga, check out novayogaonline.com or visit her at Nova Yoga Studio at 125 Longs Hill.
And welcome back to the flow today, moving through a soothing, peaceful, nourishing practice to really give back to the self. So let's come up out of child's pose and we're going to take a seat. So we'll sit facing the long edge of the mat, and if you'd like, you can actually prop the hips and sit on a blanket, a block, or a pillow. That might allow you to sit with more ease. So we'll sit with the legs extended, and then we're going to bend one of the knees, and we're going to set the foot at the inside of the thigh and sit up nice and tall. And we're going to wrap the arm around the knee. And we're going to set the fingertips behind, preparing to twist. So with your inhale, lift and lengthen. And with your exhale, very gently start to turn into that twist. And finding that release of the spine and wringing out anything that needs to go. And twists are very cleansing, very detoxifying. And unwinding from that twist and taking the counter twist, so we're going to turn the torso in the opposite direction. And just a moment there. And then we'll unwind. And we'll just let the knee fall towards the ground. And we're going to open up the legs a little more so that we can prepare to fold. So the knee stays bent, the foot lines up with the inner thigh. And we're going to turn to completely face that extended leg. So it's offering us another little bit of a twist. If you're following Victoria, you can strap the foot. That might help you to fold with more ease. We're going to keep this extended leg nice and active, toes turn to the sky. Inhale to sit tall, and with the exhale, start to fold forward, walking the hands forward, and taking a couple of breaths here. And trying your best not to close in or curl in, so shoulders onto the back and heart reaching forward. Coming up out of this fold. And let's sit with the soles of the feet connected. So we're going to come into cobbler's pose, opposed to open up through the inner hips. So once the soles of the feet are connected, we're going to hug the heels in towards the groin and see if you can sit a little taller, maybe moving the flesh away from the sitting bones to help you out with that. You can hold the toes, the ankles, or the shins, whatever is best for you. And with your inhale, you'll lift your spine, lift the heart. And with your exhale, you'll wave your torso forward. Maybe using your elbows to guide your knees a little deeper down, or maybe it feels good to walk the hands forward. And send a few nourishing breaths into your hips. And rolling up from this place. And we're going to bring the knees together, and we're going to stretch the legs out long. So coming into the twist and the fold on the other side, so bending the opposite knee, set the foot at the inside of the thigh, and we'll wrap the arm around the knee. Setting the fingertips behind, inhale to lengthen, then exhale to spin into that twist very gently. And then coming out of the twist and into the counter twist, so letting your torso move in the opposite direction. Unwinding to center and letting the knee release to the ground, and taking a wider stance to the legs, bringing the sole of your foot to your inner thigh, and then turning to face that extended leg. Option to strap the foot if you'd like. With your hands on either side of the leg, inhale to lengthen, then exhale to walk your hands forward, or using the strap to guide you very gently a little deeper in. Try to keep the foot flexed, try to keep the leg engaged and strong, and that's going to offer you the best release through the back of the leg. And then taking your time to rise. And then from there, we're going to bring the knees together and hug the shins for a moment, just bowing your forehead to your knees. And we're going to close it out with a hip opener. So you can follow Victoria if you want to lower to your back. She's going to lower to her back and take reclining pigeon. Jeremy is going to take double pigeon. So if you're more advanced in your practice and you know double pigeon, you can certainly follow Jeremy's lead. If you're following Victoria, you're going to bring your left ankle to your right thigh, and you're going to reach down, cradle the right thigh with the hands, and gently draw the leg in. I'm going to move into single pigeon, which is another option. So from downward dog, I bring my left knee and shin forward. I even out my hips as my back leg settles into place. Evening out through the hips. You can sit tall, or you can come forward to forearms, or maybe even forehead. And whatever hip opening position you're in, take a couple of juicy breaths here, really giving your hips some love. Gently switching sides. So if you're on your back, you can stay as you are, switch sides. And Jeremy is going to stack the shins the opposite way. And I'm going to come into single pigeon with the other knee and shin forward. Again, even hips, leg long behind you, either upright or on the forearms. And just a couple of breaths here. And then coming up out of the pose. And Jeremy is going to lower to his back. And he's going to meet Victoria there with the knees hugged into the chest. And so you can find your way there as well. Hug your knees in, give yourself a great big beautiful squeeze, inhale. Then exhale, release out into Shavasana, that wonderful treat at the end of this soothing, nourishing practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Shanti.
Hey yogis, we want to hear from you. Enjoy the show? Have a suggestion? We love your feedback. Send us a note at rogerstv.com or call 757-9600.